What's going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, you guys have all seen the news by now. Sam Ehlinger is now going to be the Indianapolis Colts quarterback starting the rest of the season. At least that's the plan going forward. With a new quarterback at the helm, now comes a different responsibility. And now we're all starting to ask the same question. Can Sam Ehlinger actually perform at a better level than Matt Ryan and show that he has something? That's what we're going to really break down in this video. And, I think everyone in their right mind right now is wondering pretty much the same thing. Some of you may not. I don't really care at that point, but I know what I'm thinking is I want to see two things should happen, and I'm hoping one of these two happens, but I'm leaning towards the latter of one. What I'm leaning towards most is I would love to see Sam Ehlinger thrive in this offense, like what we saw in the preseason, right? Thrive in this offense, show a level of greatness in him that makes me feel comfortable with Sam Ehlinger being our starting quarterback for the rest of the immediate future, and not just the immediate future, like beyond that, right? That's what I'm hoping to see. Now, the other thing that I think a lot of people are also wondering is if he doesn't do great, or even if he just does average, or just flat out falls on his face, right, with everything going on, then that gives you the understanding that it's time to go and get the franchise quarterback, right? That's the situation we're in now with this decision of getting Sam Ehlinger and bringing him, elevating him to this level. So when you're talking about Sam Ehlinger and what you expect, the Colts media people asked Marcus Brady today about transitioning him from the preseason only to now regular season, right? And, they asked about how much different is it going to be since he's going to be playing against all the ones now, not twos and threes like he was in the preseason. And they said, of course, you have to take into account for that. But Marcus says that he's extremely confident in what Sam has been doing, and he believes he's up to the challenge. Says, he's learned from a quarterback's coach, Scott Milovinich, and highlights saying, okay, these are the plays. If I have to go in, these are the plays that I feel comfortable with. So they're starting to understand his style and how he likes to play. So he feels that with what Ehlinger is comfortable with and what they know how to use, that they can use those to basically put him in the best position to succeed. Now, of course, that's the big question, right? We all are going to ask it. Can Sam Ehlinger actually do in the regular season what he was doing in the preseason? And I'm going to be honest here, guys. I don't know. I don't know at this point. I remember in the offseason when, Ehlinger was making me into a believer, like make him the backup was my answer right off the bat. Sure enough, here he comes. He's going to be the starter now. He was doing so well in the preseason. It just looked easy for him, right? And you definitely saw a ginormous jump in his performance from his rookie year to just this year, right? You saw already an insane difference in his ability to throw the football, his decision-making, and his playmaking ability. Not only do you have the ability to make plays on the run, but he can run with the football because that is his type of game. At the end of the day, guys, we just don't know. We're not going to figure out how good Sam Ehlinger is till we throw him out into the fire. You just got to go do what you got to do, make those plays happen, and we'll see if it turns out to be good. Now, what do I expect from Sam Ehlinger in this offense? It's difficult to say because we just saw Matt Ryan, who was having to throw the football, 40 to 45 times a game, getting absolutely murdered behind that offensive line all year. Matt Ryan being careless with the football at times. And sure enough, all that beating he's taken and all the usage he's had through the first 7 games has, caused him to his body is starting to fall apart on him. He isn't as physically gifted now as he once was, and with all this pressure being put on his body right now, it's no question that his arm is looking shot and he's not making as many throws. They said that Marcus was asked about the lack of deep ball production that the Colts have had over the last few years, or at least this year specifically. And he echoed what Frank Reich said, that there was deep throws in the plan and called against Tennessee, but the ball just didn't get there. Now, whether that be, it's probably a combination of the offensive line not blocking well, Matt Ryan not looking, there's a bunch of different things, right? Or maybe Matt Ryan just can't throw a 40, 50-yard pass anymore like what we've seen. We saw Alec Pierce catch that one ball against Jacksonville just 2 weeks ago. But that was only a 30-yard pass. I mean, that wasn't anything, that wasn't a ginormous pass. That was a 30-yard pass. So, being able to extend plays and throw the ball deep. We saw Ehlinger throw the ball deep in the preseason, a couple of times rolling out and then threw the ball deep, right? We know Ehlinger's arm is there. It's not magically gifted like some other guys' arms. Like, it's not Josh Allen who's throwing 60 plus yards standing still, right? Like, that's just not something that Ehlinger's going to do. But Ehlinger's arm and willingness, maybe his willingness to throw the ball deep, is what is important. And when you have to talk about Sam Ehlinger, you have to talk about the ability of him to run the football. We saw it several times in the preseason, getting those big runs, that one against Tampa Bay, and a couple of runs in the preseason game against the Bills where he converted on first downs, on third down, right? That's the kind of thing that Frank Reich echoed in his presser yesterday, was Ehlinger's ability to extend plays with his legs. And that's what provides you a different offensive mindset now than what you were in with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan ran a certain kind of play action, and Matt Ryan's quick and methodical about how he does it, but you can't run bootlegs with Matt Ryan. You can't run those kinds of things the same way you can with Sam Ehlinger. It could potentially help your running game now because you have to respect Ehlinger's ability to pick up the ball and run, right? Because Ehlinger can move just fine. He's not going to be elite speed, but he is enough that you have to be careful about what you're doing. So being able to run the play action, being able to see Ehlinger scramble from time to time just to make it keep defenses honest, right? Those kinds of things, that's what's important here, is seeing that kind of production from him. And hopefully we get to see a new game plan being done for Sam Ehlinger. Now, I will say how much confidence I have in him. It's not that I don't have confidence in him. It's the fact that I don't know if I have confidence in the rest of the team to help him. That offensive line's really bad right now. It absolutely killed Matt Ryan through 7 weeks. And, Sam Ehlinger is about to go right behind that mess too. And he's going to be playing the real boys now, the big boys on those blitzes, right? Who knows if the blitzes are going to become more erratic and more often because of Sam Ehlinger being in. Ehlinger's going to be tasked with a tough assignment here. And it's almost unfortunate. It's almost unfair that Ehlinger is getting thrown into this mess the way that it is right now. But that's just how it is. We're stuck with this situation regardless of who our quarterback is at the moment. So hopefully we can see Ehlinger make a few more big plays to extend drives earlier in games and make a few more big plays than what we've seen from Matt Ryan on this offense. And hopefully this offensive line actually picks it up a little bit. I really hope. But it is going to be a lot of fun, guys, to see how Ehlinger goes with this. It'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts on how you feel Ehlinger can do with this offense now, and him being in the situation he's never been in before. How do you guys feel he can deliver, or if he's going to face a lot of troubles. I know he's going to face a lot of troubles, but how is he going to be able to mediate that and overcome it is the biggest question mark here. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, go Colts. What's going on, everybody? Today, I wanted to talk to you about our sponsor, BetStamp. Now, I know what you're thinking. Derek, another betting app? What is so different about this one now? Well, I got to tell you guys, I'm not into online gambling a whole lot and bets online and everything, but I got to tell you, BetStamp is one of the coolest things I have ever seen in regards to betting online. The great thing about BetStamp is it allows you to see all the different odds from all different sports books and see which one provides you the best odds possible for any game or scenario you want to bet on for your pick versus some of the worst. BetStamp allows you to also buy and sell picks that you have without worrying about losing your money or having any issues with it. Believe me, it's all free. I mean, look at this, guys. You have an option for every game across all different kinds of leagues in a ton of different ways. You have baseball, you have college football, UFC, NBA, and NFL. Great for the NFL season now being here. And if I wanted to bet on this Tennessee Titans versus Buffalo Bills game, it shows me in real time what are the best odds, which sports book I'm going to get the best offer from versus some of the worst ones. Because why would you want to earn less money from PointsBet when you could be winning more from ProLine Plus? Again, a great thing that BetStamp offers you, allowing you to make more money for the same pick just with a different sports book. How easy is that? And the great thing is there's not just games. There's player props, there's game props, there's lines, there's live tracking. There's a ton of great ways to make bets and picks on BetStamp, guys. Totally a cool thing to use. I highly encourage you check it out if you're into any kind of online betting. Even if you're not, give it a check. See what you like about it, because I think I actually enjoy using it. But the best way to get an edge on online sports betting is having multiple accounts at different sports books. Be sure to hit the BetLink page, betstamp.app/onboarding. Be sure to check out the BetStamp app or online, and be sure to use the referral code JUICE, plug in your state, and you'll get access to all their affiliates and their prices once you open up seeing all states lines. Be sure to check this out, guys. You won't want to miss it for the best odds on your next sports bet.